Panthers fans? Welcome to our recap show. The Florida Panthers just came off of a 4-3 comeback win against the Ottawa Senators. I'm Alex Baumgartner, joined with Jamie Goldman from the 5 Region Sports Network. Quickly, we're just going to talk about what happened in the game and how the Panthers came back. Game started off slow for the Panthers. Obviously, they kind of dominated the game to start, but they went down 3-0. Not the greatest showing for Bob in regulation, but the Panthers came back, scored a couple goals. Goldie, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, obviously Bob came in a little bit rusty. 3 goals pretty quickly on not that many shots, but the boys did dominate. Nice goal from Duclair on the power play. The 5 forwards seems to be working out a little bit. A nice goal is an absolute snipe. And then the second goal was kind of ugly, but hey, we'll take them. We'll take them however they come. Hornquist got credited with it. And then the third one late in the game when they were trailing 3-2, Barkov on the power play. Or no, it wasn't on the power play, with the extra man, empty net or with the empty net, big time goal. And then obviously overtime with the penalty kill and then putting away in the shootout. Great win for the Cats.
I think it's also very important to realize that now that Claude Giroux is on the Florida Panthers, Sasha Barkov isn't taking those faceoffs. Even though he is the centerman role on that line, Claude Giroux is a better faceoff man. And we saw with 2:16 left in the game, down 3-2, Panthers pulled a goalie. Giroux wins the draw. Huberdeau quickly hits Barkov. Shot right on net. Puck goes in the net. Panthers tie it after being down 3-0. We go to overtime. Back and forth. A lot of odd man rushes. Shout out to the David Dwork Show on the 5 Region Sports Network. And Panthers get a penalty. Bob, who didn't have a strong showing in the regulation, really turned it up. Made a couple big cross-crease saves. Took them to the shootout. And as we know, Barkov won it for the Panthers. Bob didn't concede a goal in the shootout. Panthers are still atop of the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, big time 2 points there. Like you mentioned, Bob started out a little bit shaky, but it was really good to see that he was able to rein it in when it mattered. And in overtime and late in the third period, he made some big saves to keep the Cats in the game and eventually get the 2 points for Florida.
And we got a big game coming up tomorrow. The Florida Panthers are taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs, who currently sit in a playoff spot in the Atlantic Division. That bottom 3 right now in the Atlantic is extremely close with Tampa, Boston, and Toronto kind of fighting for that 2 through 4 right now. Panthers still have a pretty good lead over those guys right now. Tomorrow's going to be a huge game. Toronto did lose to Montreal 4-2. So you get a win against Toronto, you're really going to put a gap up on that team. Obviously, Toronto has Austin Matthews, who does lead the NHL in goals. Once again, scored again tonight. Probably going to win the Rocket Richard. But big test. Panthers have not played Toronto yet. We're going to see how it goes tomorrow night.
Yeah, big test in Toronto tomorrow night. Big game. Could be a playoff preview. You never know. Like you mentioned, 2 through 4 in that division is pretty close, so we don't know how it's going to shake out. And it'll be Toronto's first look at Giroux and Sherratt with the Cats. So big opportunity to get 2 more points and separate that lead in the Atlantic Division.
Absolutely. The Panthers' new additions have looked really good. Claude Giroux looks like a perfect fit. Ben Sherratt, one-on-one battles as strong as ever. And you know what? Robert Haig has looked pretty good too. That's going to wrap up our show. We're going to do this a little bit more often throughout the season, coming towards the playoffs. From Alex Baumgartner and Jamie Goldman, we hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you retweet this. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got plenty more content coming over at the Fifth Line 5 Our Show.